You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, let me first say happy 4th of July to everybody. Happy Independence Day. I hope you have a safe one and celebrate it with some fireworks or burgers or hot dogs or all the above. Maybe watch a little baseball. Probably be on TV today. So let's get to Bubba Wallace. Yeah, I hate to mess up your 4th of July, but here we are, Bubba Wallace. He has been on a virtue signaling campaign, and he threw a big block party in Chicago. And Bubba Wallace has taken this opportunity to slam NASCAR fans. That's right. If you don't want the sport or any sport to be woke, then you are part of the problem. Now, you know what's crazy is, really and truly, before the garage pool noose hoax, I didn't know anybody that ever had a negative thing to say about Bubba Wallace, to be honest with you. I have also never heard at any point of anybody telling anybody of a different ethnicity or color they weren't welcome at a NASCAR event. I don't remember that ever being an issue at all. But according to Bubba Wallace, it's a major problem. If you don't like wokeness, well, you're part of the issue in NASCAR. Wow, pretty crazy. Considering all the things that he's been into, at what point does Bubba Wallace just shut up? I mean, shut up, dude. I mean, your actions on the track, off the track, middle fingers, scrapping with Aric Almirola, scrapping with Kyle Larson. I mean, you just wrecked another car this past weekend because you couldn't make a turn in Chicago. I mean, to my knowledge, it wasn't evasive action from bullets flying from all the crime during the race. No, you just couldn't keep it on the track. You sent Ricky Stenhouse got sent into what looked like a bunch of tires. But you found enough time to go to a Chicago Cubs game and then slam NASCAR fans. Pretty amazing, this guy. He's a piece of work. Let's check this out. Bubba Wallace has a stern message for NASCAR fans who aren't happy with the sport's efforts to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Deal with it. Wow. Well, again, I don't know any NASCAR fans that were trying to stop it from the get-go. But Bubba, what a lot of fans don't like is any sport deciding to get political. No, a lot of fans don't like that. In fact, the overwhelming majority of fans of any sport don't like social and political messages in their sports. In other words, shut the F up and drive, Bubba. How about that? And it would probably actually do you some good, but okay. That message was delivered by the driver who recently became a lightning rod for controversy, even long after falsely claiming that someone had fashioned a noose and left it in his garage as a racist warning. Yeah, all I know is it's awfully odd that happened, and then there was a nonstop media blitz by Bubba going on Don Lemon, and NASCAR made a point to wrap their loving arms around Bubba Wallace and prop him up. Man, all of it just seemed really convenient. And does that rub me the wrong way? It doesn't pass the smell test, I will tell you that. And as we know, the FBI proved it to be false. Wallace, who threw out the first pitch at a Cubs game in Chicago this weekend, ahead of NASCAR's Chicago street race, also hosted an event in Windy City called Bubba's Block Party. During the event, Wallace spoke to reporters about NASCAR's efforts to be inclusive and diversify. He also had rather undiplomatic words for fans who aren't receptive to those efforts. Quote, there are three types of people, ones that will accept change, the ones that are on the fence about change and the ones that will never change. The problem is what needs to change, Bubba. Again, I don't know anybody that was being not allowed to attend events, and I've also never heard of any mistreatment of anybody of other ethnicities and or color at NASCAR races. So what exactly needed to change? I would love to know. Are you just saying that because you know a lot like Colin Kaepernick, it will feed your pockets and line them? Quote, you can never get through the minds of people that will never change, so we don't really focus our energy on those people. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like the change that we're doing as a sport to tap into different demographics and make the sport more welcome and inclusive. Again, who said people weren't welcome? Everybody. That's really on you, Bubba. That's a you thing. That's something you've come up with in your head, and NASCAR's come up with to be woke and inclusive and look brave, stunning, and courageous because they're trying to win their DI and ESG points. That's on them. They'll have to live with that. For us, we continue to march forward. While some might take offense to Wallace's lack of tact, he's rushed combining the two roles he plays, social justice warrior and heel. Admittedly, he's played them well. He's also not wrong. NASCAR will continue its diversity efforts regardless of what impact it has on the fan base. Like the NFL, it has a monopoly on the highest level of competition in their respective sport. Except in the case of NASCAR, it's worse since racing fans tend to only be racing fans and don't follow many other sports. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Meaning there's almost nowhere for them to go if they want to watch top-level American-style non-Formula One auto racing. And, of course, NASCAR and Bubba Wallace knows this. Yeah. Well, and it's like I've said, even with Kaepernick and with Bubba Wallace, it's part of sort of a grift. It is. It's part of, they know they can build their brand, and NASCAR's really wrapped their arms around Bubba and propped him up. And, you know, McDonald's put out the Bubba Wallace meal. It's amazing. Yeah, people don't really like to be lied to, Bubba, about things involving race or fake hate crimes and things of that nature. You're right. That's not, people aren't going to be real receptive to that. You tend to put yourself over into a Jussie Smollett category of people. And, I mean, let's be real. Jussie Smollett's a scumbag. So, you know, if the shoe fits, Bubba, you know, when you get in your car, wear it. It is what it is. We didn't make it up. You know, every garage, they got, generally speaking, some kind of rope that pulls it down. You went straight to race. Made it about race, made it about hate, and now it was proven to have been there for frickin' ever. Wow. But did you notice the media didn't go on a nonstop retraction of that story? And neither did NASCAR, really. They just sort of ran with it conveniently. Yeah. And you wonder why people... Not to mention, you throw in the attitude, and let's be honest, Bubba's attitude effing sucks. It does. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.